Alright guys, what's up? Your boy Dalyxman. Welcome to another edition of my Q&A corner, where every Wednesday I answer your questions in under 15 minutes. If you have a question for me, like my Facebook page, and then when I ask for questions, put them in the comment section, and I will answer as many as I can in 15 minutes. So with that said, let's get started. First question, what is your thoughts on the Raw rating this past Monday? I hear it got one of the lowest ratings ever. And you're right, it got I think it was a 2.5. I said 2.3 on Twitter. That was wrong. Apparently it's a 2.5. Second lowest since 1997, and that rating just keeps getting lower and lower and lower every year. And you know what? It's not shocking. One, it could be because social media is taking over. People don't watch TV anymore. Part of the reason, but that's not a big reason, and it's not a good excuse either. Raw has not been very must-see as of lately. It's not. The shows are very stagnant, very repetitive. Same people in the same spots. How many times have we seen Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose take on Kane and Seth Rollins? Too many times. And the storylines aren't that good. I am sick, personally, I'm sick of seeing Seth Rollins, J&J Security, and Kane run amok. They either run amok or get beat up all the time. Now all of a sudden, they've gotten beat up by everybody. Now they run amok all of a sudden. That inconsistency is not what people want to see. It makes no sense. It makes people turn off from it. It's like Power Rangers. I like using Power Rangers. Goldar always gets his ass kicked by the Rangers, and then all of a sudden he just starts kicking their ass. Just, oh, okay, I can't take them all on by myself. Now all of a sudden I just take them out. No, that doesn't make any sense at all. Once you get beat up by the Rangers a multitude of times, like 10 times in a row, and then you just show up and just kick their ass all of a sudden, you don't believe that. Something has to happen to make us believe that. Either Goldar gets help, or Goldar gets a power boost. Something has to make me believe, okay, this is different from that time. Well, what's different with J&J Security, Seth Rollins, and Kane? Nothing. They just got back together, and then all of a sudden they're better? That makes no sense. And then on top of that, what else have you gotten? Divas aren't doing anything. What's the storyline with the Divas? Paige needs help. Why? You beat Alicia Fox, and you can handle them, the Bella Twins, by yourself, so what do you need help for? And that storyline sucks anyways. Okay, the best thing about Raw right now is Kevin Owens. The stuff with Kevin Owens and John Cena. Because that match with Cesaro and Cena was really well done. Awesome. Great. Excellent match. But other than that, what did we see? I mean, J&J Security got watches in a car. Alright. Kane got a trip to Hawaii. What happened to the days where we had segments where they would go backstage and interact with other wrestlers? Not just like talking, but, you know, they would have segments. Like, actually, they would say funny lines, go outside the arena, maybe show the trip of Kane going to Hawaii, and then, I don't know, man, it's just, you have him choke slamming people. Just do something different. It's the same show over and over again. Why do you think I've been giving Raw C's? Nothing but C's since, what was the last time I gave it an A? I think the last A show was the show Sami Zayn came on. That was a very awesome show. Very awesome show. That was an awesome show. And then before that, it was the Raw after WrestleMania, which is always great. So, other than those three shows, it's just been C. Nothing else. It's not good at all. So it's not shocking that Raw got the second lowest rating since 1997. Because what is there to watch? What is there to care about? I watch it because I kind of have to. It's my job, you know. But other than that, like, if people tell me this and they ask me this, Dalyxman, if you had a YouTube channel, would you watch Raw? Most likely that answer would be no. I don't think I would. There's no reason to. I would do something else with my time. But since my time is dedicated to making wrestling better here on YouTube as Dalyxman, I do watch it because it's a job and I take pleasure in it. That was a very long answer. but I'm pretty sure most of you wanted my answer on that anyway. So, all right, the next 10 minutes will be dedicated to other questions. But thank you for that question, man. It was well deserved, unfortunately. Next question. Let's see. Do you think the Young Bucks are the best tag team today? Maybe. I don't know, man. I like a lot of tag teams. I like the Mighty Don't Kneel. I like the Wolves from TNA. Yes, I like them. I don't watch them, but I like them. I like, I like the Usos. I like Lucha Dragons. I like Enzo Amore and Big Cass. I don't know. That's a hard question to answer right now. Do I think they're one of the best? Sure, absolutely. Young Bucks are awesome. And I do think they have a future in WWE if they want to come. If they want to come. If they don't want to come, okay, they're fine working wherever they're working. So, I heard that, I don't know, I heard they tried out before and it didn't work out. That's a rumor. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't see how that's true, though, because why would they not work out? You would think the WWE would want them on their roster, but what do I know? I don't know, man. I'll say they're one of the best and leave it at that. Cool? So, there you go. Do you think WWE could do a WWE theme park? That's new. Actually, with all this stuff they're doing, considering, XFL and all this PR stuff, Make-A-Wish and breast cancer awareness and be a star, and, going outside the box, that's actually a good idea. I never thought about that. I mean, people have said a Hall of Fame museum. That's something that needs to happen, by the way. But a theme park. So it's like we make a theme park based off of WWE. And then we have wrestlers show up there every once in a while. It's a good idea. I'm liking it. I'm actually really liking it. And then maybe sometimes we'll have events there. We'll have live events there. And certain wrestlers will go there and wrestle. Oh, I'm liking this. This is good. Good idea. Bring it up. Tweet it out to Vince or something like that. But yeah, theme park. No issues there. I think it's a good idea. Thoughts on GFW possibly invading TNA? I don't see how that's a good idea, honestly. I mean, it's not ECW invading WWE or WCW invading WWE or vice versa. It's a company that's not very well established yet, GFW, Global Force Wrestling, trying to invade a company that's about to go out of business. So, who is this going to help exactly? I don't see what we can get out of it. It's ridiculous. I don't think it's going to help anybody, and I think it's worthless, honestly. If I was Dixie Carter, and trust me, if I was Dixie Carter, TNA would not be in the position it's in right now. But if I was Dixie, I would look at my situation and go, alright, what should I do? Should I hold to my pride and go down with the ship? Or should I give my baby, well, it's not my baby, it's not even anything I own, I just own it. So I adopted it. Should I give my adopted child back to its parent and let it, grow under his wing for the sake of the wrestling business? I would go with option 2. I think Dixie should nut up and sell that company to Jeff Jarrett. And you know what, guys? I will do a video on that, probably this weekend. I will actually give an address to TNA, and I might do it live. We'll see what happens. Because Saturday actually is probably bad because I'm doing the live event special. But if not Saturday, Sunday for sure. I will come up here, I will do a video where I will lay out reasons why TNA needs to be sold to GFW. And I'm doing this not because, I want to see TNA go out of business. No, I don't want TNA to go out of business. Because if TNA goes out of business, whether it deserves it or not, whether TNA goes out of business because it deserves it or not, it will hurt the wrestling business because it's one company, one less company to work in, and the wrestlers all lose. What I would do, honestly, if Dixie Carter is the businesswoman she says she is, she would sell that company back to Jeff Jarrett, and he will use that company to establish GFW. If you care about the wrestling business, that is what you do. But they're not going to do it. You want to know why? Because Dixie Carter cares too much about her pride, and it's not about wrestling getting better. It's about her looking good. That's always been the deal with Dixie Carter. It's about her looking good. But trust me, that video is coming this weekend. Wait for that to come. Who do you think is next in line to be the NXT Women's Champion? I would say Bayley, but she got hurt, so Becky Lynch. And Becky is awesome. I love Becky. I am a huge fan of Becky now. She went from a random-ass Irish gimmick to just blossoming into this awesome, unique character that reminds me of Lita in a lot of ways. So, yeah, if not Bayley, Becky Lynch, for sure. What's your major? College? Music education. Music instructor, band director. I teach music. That's what I do. Thoughts on ECW wrestler New Jack? New Jack! Now, that is a crazy mofo. I saw a documentary of him and what he did back in the day. And I question why Paul Heyman hired him. He is crazy. He would actually hurt men in the ring. He would stab them. He would get weapons and break their bones, throw them off of roofs, and kill them. He was crazy. Now, granted, he was charismatic. Granted, he did know how to work a crowd. He knew about the wrestling business. He just didn't have a line, and those people scare me. You know, and there are people like that. You know, I feel like sometimes Terry Funk had that in him, and even Vader. You know, they would punish their bodies and others' bodies to a point where it's just like, okay, dude, you didn't need to do that. I remember one time Terry Funk blew fire, like a blowtorch kind of fire, into someone's face. And I'm just like, okay, whoa, what the hell? That was not necessary. And New Jack did that kind of stuff all the time. He would knife people. He would get a taser, tase them, and throw people off of roofs and off the top of raptors and stuff. I'm just like, okay, this isn't wrestling. This is massacre. This is going too far. So, man, yeah, he was charismatic, but he was dangerous. Too dangerous to be in the wrestling business. It reminds me of CZW a lot. You know, they backed off on it, thankfully, but I remember matches. They would have, like, glass inside the ring. They would, you know, get a freaking lawnmower and cut themselves with it. They would get knives, and, you know, it was... No. That's not wrestling. There's wrestling and storytelling, and then there's just masochistic activity, where you're hurting yourself just to hurt yourself. Maybe you like that, but I don't. If there's not a story to it, at least, I can tolerate it if there's a story. If there's not a story to it, you're just hurting yourself just to hurt yourself. I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that, okay? You don't need to do that. There is a time and place for hardcore wrestling, but it has to be included in the story, okay? Storytelling matters in wrestling, folks. Few more questions. What do you think about TNA? Do you think they can come back with a strong economy? No, they're done. There is no coming back after this one. If TNA survives this, I will be like, I will do something. I don't know. I'll do something crazy because I don't even think they can. I'm shocked they survived 2014. If they survive this, I will be like, what the hell? Really. Keep one, restrain one, fire one. Stephanie, Kevin Dunn, Michael Hayes. Keep Stephanie. I love her. I would put her in a different role, but I'm keeping her. Restrain Michael Hayes. Fire Kevin Dunn. Just fire him. He's gone. Get rid of him, please, because he is not good whatsoever. One more question. Thoughts on the new Spider-Man? Don't have any thoughts right now. I'm going to see what he can do. I think his name is Tom Holland. I haven't seen much of his work, so I look forward to seeing him. I'm optimistic. Hopefully he's good. But that is going to conclude this week's Q&A. I will see you guys next week for more Q&A questions and answers. Your boy Dalyxman signing off. Peace.